The Sd.Kfz.8 was a German half-track designed by Daimler-Benz that saw widespread use in World War II. Its main roles were as a prime mover for heavy-towed guns, such as the 21-centimeter Mörser 18, the 15-centimeter Kanone 18, and the 10.5-centimeter FlaK 38. However, it was also capable of serving as an infantry transport. Approximately 4,000 were produced between 1938 and 1945. It was used in every campaign fought by the Germans in World War II, notably the invasion of Poland, the Battle of France, the Balkans Campaign, the Eastern Front, the North African Campaign, the Battle of Normandy, and the Italian Campaign. The final version of the Sd.Kfz.8, the DB10, was powered by a Maybach 12-cylinder, water-cooled 8.52-liter HL85 gasoline engine, developing 182 horsepower. It had a ZF transmission with 4 forward and 1 reverse gears in both high and low ratios. It had 2 fuel tanks, a main one, 210 liters. The driver's seat was mounted on top of the main tank in the cab. Both tracks and wheels were used for steering. The steering system was set up so that shallow turns used only the wheels, but brakes would be applied to the tracks the farther the steering wheel was turned. The drive sprocket had rollers rather than the more common teeth. The rear suspension consisted of 6 double road wheels, overlapping and interleaved in the usual Schachtellaufwerks system used for German half-track vehicles, mounted on swing arms sprung by torsion bars. The torsion bars were enclosed inside the lateral members of the ladder frame. Chassis, track idler wheel were used to control track tension via an adjusting mechanism at the rear of the vehicle. The front wheels had leaf springs and shock absorbers. The upper body had a crew compartment with 3 bench seats, one for the driver and his assistant, and 2 others for the crew. The rear cargo area contained storage compartments, 1 on each side and 2 in the rear. The windshield could fold forward and was also removable. A convertible canvas top was mounted above the rear storage compartments. It fastened to the windshield when erected. The Sd.Kfz.8 was initially designed to have a towing capacity of 12 ton, but the wartime DB10 could tow 14 ton. Daimler-Benz and Krupp were the main builders of the Sd.Kfz.8 during the war, with Krauss-Maffei producing 315 in 1940, 1941. Škoda joined in the last years of the war, making vehicles under the S10 designation. Total production numbers are 780, were built from 1934 to 1939, 516 in 1940, 828 in 1941, 840 in 1942, 507 in 1943, and 602 in 1944, for a total of 4,070 vehicles of all variants. 1,615 were on hand on the 20th of December 1942. The Sd.Kfz.8 was used by Czechoslovakia after the war, but it is not known if production continued at Škoda or when they were finally discarded. The Sd.Kfz.8 was also used by Romania during the war. Unlike most of the other German half-tracks, the Sd.Kfz.8 was mostly used as a tractor for heavy artillery pieces and was generally not modified for other roles. Apart from the few anti-tank conversions mentioned above, the intended towed gun were the 15-centimeter Kanone 16, the 15-centimeter Kanone 18, the 10.5-centimeter FlaK 38, and the 21-centimeter Mörser 16. It was also capable of towing other artillery pieces, such as the Škoda 30.5-centimeter Mörser, various models of the 8.8-centimeter FlaK, and the 15-centimeter SFH-18. The heavier guns were usually towed on 2 limbers, or 3 in the case of the Škoda 30.5-centimeter mortar. Apart from towing artillery, the Sd.Kfz.8 was also used as recovery vehicle by tank maintenance crews and as a general heavy transport. For example, it was capable of towing a disabled Sd.Kfz.6 in a straight pull and hauling a Panzer 38T on a steerable SDAH-116 tank transporter trailer. In 1942, 5 Sd.Kfz.8 connected together were used to pull a trailer carrying a 30.5-centimeter gun barrel for Battery Mirus on Guernsey.